Guess what day it is today?
Friday.
It's Friday. That automatically means it's great. And it's day 5.
And the last day.
And it's the last day before Thanksgiving break. It is like basically a great day all the way around. I am super excited for day 5 because you know what day 5 means?
What?
It means that you get to prove how much you've learned this week. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it means that you get to show what you know and how much you've grown this week as a reader and a speller. And this is my favorite part. You know why? Because usually after we do this, I'm like, oh my gosh, they worked so hard this week and all of that hard work paid off. So I think we should just have a little celebration. And I want to read the Robbie Novak passage with you. It is, I turned it.
Okay.
Thank you for checking. No, it's totally good. We've had a lot of bloopers this week. Is that fine? Do we have to be perfect people? No. Okay. So take out your Robbie Novak passage. When we first read this passage on Monday, it wasn't perfectly accurate. We weren't very fluent because it was our first time reading it, so it was a little choppy. That's okay. But now that we've reread this passage together with partners, by ourselves, all week long, I can't wait to hear how accurate and fluent and amazing this sounds today. Would you read this passage with me? Put your finger under the first word. We're going to do choral reading today, so reading it all together. Ready? Robbie Novak is a boy who has broken 70 bones. He has had 17 surgeries. Robbie has a disease that makes his bones too weak, so they break. But that hasn't stopped him. Robbie was adopted when he was 2 months old. His family lets him just be a kid. He loves running, swimming, yelling, and playing. Robbie loves to make people smile. His brother began making videos of Robbie. He tells jokes. He dances. He keeps telling kids how to make the world a better place. The videos went viral. Tons of kids watched and loved him. Robbie and his brother wrote a book. They went on a road trip. Robbie is getting to meet stars. They are his biggest fans. He has even chatted with the President of the United States. Instead of thinking he had the saddest life because of his disease, Robbie has become a real winner. He's begging other kids to join him in forgetting their problems and helping give joy. That was amazing. Pat yourselves on the back. That sounded so much more accurate. You had great expression. Your pacing was just right. It wasn't too fast. It wasn't too slow. I would give that read an A+. Who feels confident about the Phonics Check-in today? Ooh, got some real confidence happening. You are going to write your name and the date and the pattern on your Phonics Check-in paper. What's today's pattern?
Double.
Double, double. All right. If you are list 1, give me a little 1 right here. If you are list 2, give me a little 2 right here. Awesome. When it is not your turn, here's what I want you to do. Mrs. Volker tells me that you get to turn the paper over and do some doodling. Well, today I want you to turn that paper over and write me a little note about something magical this week. So it could be your favorite part, it could be what you learned, it could be what made you smile. You're just going to give me a little note of celebration for our Friday. And then when it's the other list turn, each person's going to get to do that, right? So when it's not your turn, you're going to write me a little note on the back. Sound good? Are you ready? Okay. List number 1. Your first word is biggest. I have the biggest surprise for you. Biggest. I'm going to give you some extra time so you can really do a check, thinking through what you need to look for this week. Number 2, batted. My son batted in the 4th inning of the baseball game. Batted. Number 3, grinning. Grinning. I have been grinning all week long. Think of the base word, think of the suffix, do your checks. Grinning. Number 4. Number 4 is admitted. I admitted when I made a mistake. Admitted. Number 5, hottest. What was the hottest day of the summer? Hottest. Number 6, thinner. Thinner. This little piggy was thinner than that one. Thinner. All right, team number 1, here's your sentence for dictation. I like skipping and hopping. Repeat it after me. I like skipping and hopping. I like skipping and hopping. We'll do them all together. I might do it a little different than Mrs. Volker. It's okay. All right, give yourself a cups check, team 1. Give yourself a double check. Make sure that you have vowels that are spelled the way you're hoping they're spelled. And then everyone, let's do red words together. Our first red word this week is one. One. We will eat 1 turkey for Thanksgiving. 1. And number 2 is? 2. 1, 2. Like the number 2. Okay. Team 2. You're on. Team 1, list 1. You can write me a note on the back. Here's team 2. Number 1 is wrapping. I'm going to be wrapping gifts for the holidays. Wrapping. Number 2, omitted. I omitted.
Omitted or
Omitted. I omitted a letter in the word so it wasn't spelled correctly. Omitted. Remember that word omitted was a new vocabulary word for us this week. It means to leave something out. Omitted. Number 3, regretting. I am regretting that I woke up too late today. Regretting. Think of the base word, think of the suffix, take time to check. Regretting, nicely done. Number 4, beginner. Beginner. It is okay to be a beginner. Beginner. Number 5. Okay, this one might be tricky, but I think you've got it. Number 5 is quipped. If you haven't heard this word, I'm going to explain it to you, but it's okay because sometimes knowing the pattern, you can spell words you don't even know. The base word is quip. If you quip somebody, it means you give them like a short, sassy reply back. It's kind of like a, if I give you a quip, it's like I'm kind of giving you, I'm kind of teasing you. So the base word is quip. Could you spell quip?
Quipped or quip?
Quip. Then it's past tense. I did this yesterday. Yesterday, when someone was making fun of me, I quipped right back at them. I gave them a response right back. Quipped. Give it a go.
Are you writing quipped? Or
You're writing quipped. Happened in the past. And your last word is, are you ready? Your last word is reddish. The fish was reddish. Okay, team 2, give me thumbs up when you're ready for your sentence. Okay, here we go. Sentence number 2. Are you ready? The muffin is the hottest. The muffin is the hottest. The muffin is the hottest one. The muffin is the hottest one. Give me a cups check.
is that it?
That's it. The muffin is the hottest one.
Hottest one or hottest?
1. Okay, guess what we're going to do now? We are all going to check our own papers. So take out a pen or a marker. If you have a teacher pen, that's what I used to call in my classroom, like the teacher pens that teachers love. Take out a teacher pen. You get to see how you did right this second. And guess what? Is it okay if you missed one? Do you need to like quickly erase and try to like make it to where you didn't miss it? No, because this is all about learning, not being perfect, right? So you're gonna check it with a pen. If you missed it, that's okay. You know what you're gonna do? You're just gonna cross out the one you missed and you're gonna write it correctly in the red pen right above it or beside it. Deal? Okay, because this is like not about the grade, it's about how much we're learning. And this is showing us exactly how much we learned or what we need to still practice. Yes?
I don't have a teacher pen because I use my highlighter.
You know what, a highlighter is not going to show up very well. If you have any other, like a colored pencil, or if you need to get up and grab one, something else. Yep, a highlighter just won't show very well. Okay, let's all start with the 2 heart words. Heart word number 1 is 1. What is the heart part of 1?
O and E.
The O and the E. How can I remember that 1 is spelled like this? What are some related words that would help me remember?
Only.
Only is still has that. Now it has the O sound, right? Only.
Lonely.
Lone and lonely. Own. Own, like if I own a book, that's actually spelled with a vowel team, but I love your thinking. Once is another word that's related that sounds similar to 1, right? But this lone will really help me remember that at one point it did say own.
Bony.
Oh, I like it. Okay, next up, what is word number 2?
2.
2. What's unique or tricky about 2?
It's spelled with a W, but you can't hear it.
It's spelled with a W, but you can't hear it. I love it. So that's my heart part. And actually, my O is also the heart part. What other words have to do with 2 that you can hear the W?
Twin.
Twin, twice, 12.
Twilight.
Twilight. Twilight is like right between 2 times of day, right? It's between day and night. How about twist, when something, 2 things are twisted?
The Twilight Zone.
Or like Twilight Zone. I love it. Okay, team number 1, here we go. First word you had was biggest. What's my base word?
Big.
Big. What's my suffix?
S.
Est. This would say biggest. What do I need to do? Double, double. Did you give yourself 2 G's for biggest?
Yes.
Give me 3 snaps if you got it. If you didn't get it, cross it out and write it correctly right now. Word number 2 is batted. Batted. I batted the ball. What's my base word?
Bat.
Bat. What's my suffix?
Ed.
Ed. Do I need to double double?
Yes.
I sure do. Batted. Word number 3 is grinning. What's my base word?
Grin.
What's my suffix?
In.
Do I need to double double?
Yes.
What happens if I don't?
It'd be grinding. Grinding.
It would say grinding. I wasn't grinding all week. I was grinning all week. All right, next word. This was your challenging one. Admitted. What's my base word?
Admit.
Admit. Totally can do that. 2 syllables. It. Admit. I want to write ed. What do I need to do?
Double.
Double double. Give that one an extra special, extra close look. Did you spell it right?
Yes.
Add. You can spell add. Mit. You can spell mit. Ed. And I know I need to double so it has a short vowel, right? How many of you got that one? Team 1 is on fire. All right, how about hottest?
Hot.
Hot is my base. What's my suffix?
S.
Est. What do I need to do?
Double.
Double double. Ooh, nice. I'm seeing lots of checks. All right, and your last one was? What was your last one? Thinner. What's my base word?
Fin.
I can spell thin. And what do I need to do? Double double.
You don't want finer.
I don't want thiner. Okay, your sentence was, I like skipping and hopping. Sometimes when we start writing in a sentence, that's when we stop thinking about the phonics pattern, right? Because then we're thinking about what we're writing instead. So this is when you really have to think through and even go back and do a double check. So I, with a capital, like. What happens if I wrote like this?
That'd be lick.
That'd be lick. I need to have an E at the end, making my previous vowel long. I like skipping. Double, double. And hopping. Double, double. With a punctuation mark at the end. How did you do?
Good.
Team 1, do you feel proud?
Yes.
Nice. All right, team 2. Let's try your list. Here we go. Team 2. Your first word was wrapping. Ooh, I'm wrapping gifts. This one's tricky because it actually has a silent letter digraph. We haven't learned, but I'm thinking some of you were up for the challenge. Wrap. And do I need a double double?
Yes.
Of course I do. Wrapping. Did you guys get that?
Yes.
Wow. I love it. All right, your next word is, what was your second word? Oh, this was the new vocabulary word. It means, okay, can we pause for a second? I double dog dare you to use this word with your parents sometime over Thanksgiving break. It could be like this. You're eating delicious Thanksgiving dinner and you take a bite of mashed potatoes and you say to your mom, "Mom, this tastes strange. Did you perhaps omit the milk?" Just see what she says. Or you could say, "This tasted like you omitted the salt." She's going to be like, "Who are you?"
Who are you?
First of all, you're brilliant with all your great vocabulary. And second of all, you might get in a little trouble. But then you can just be like, "Just joking, I just wanted to use the word omitted." Okay, omitted. How many syllables? Omitted. Tap out the sounds in the first syllable. O. Open O spells O. Mit. It. That's your word omit. It means to leave it out. If it happened in the past, if mom omitted the milk, what do?
Double, double.
I have to double double before adding my suffix. Team 2, did you get it?
Yes.
Woo, nice. All right, number 3. What was word number 3?
Regretting.
Regretted. The base word is regret. There's my open E. Gr-et. G-er-et. And I want to do ED. What do I need to do?
I thought you said regret.
Did I say regretting?
Yeah.
Oh, no problem. What should I do?
ING.
Yeah, just change my suffix. Totally changes the meaning, right? Check, check. Okay, next word. We're almost done.
I'm not on. Wait, can you I noticed the first one that said re, it has a blue fix on the first
It does. And I look back at your morphology board and you guys already learned re. What does re mean? What did you need? Regretting again? Yeah, no problem. Regret is my base word. I gave it a double double before adding the suffix ing. Yeah, no big deal. Fix it up if you need to. Okay, next word. What was my next word?
Beginner.
Oh, beginner. What's my base word? Begin. I'm going to begin. What do I need to do if I'm adding suffix er?
Double, double.
Double, double. And this suffix er you're going to learn in just a couple weeks, and this means someone who does it. So if you're a beginner, you're someone who
Begins.
has just begun. Nice. All right, next word. Quipped. Ooh, this was a new vocabulary word. Sometimes you get to words you don't even know how to spell. You've never really heard them, but can you still figure it out based on the sounds? Okay. Qu. What makes that sound? Q-U. Eh. P. This is quip. This means to make a short, sassy remark to someone. And then it happened in the past, so I write ED, but what should I do?
Double, double.
Double, double to make sure, otherwise it would say quiped.
Why does
Maybe when you give your mom a hard time about omitting the milk and the mashed potatoes, you can be like, I'm just joking. That was just my quip.
I was quipping with you.
I was quipping with you. I don't know if that's a real word, but I like it. I was just quipping with you. Okay, and my last word was reddish. Remember our reddish fish? So base word is red. The suffix ish means just kind of. So double, reddish.
Can I see beginner again?
Yeah, I sure can show you beginner again. Begin. B. G. I. N. That's my base word, begin. Beginner. And then I have to double before my suffix er. Okay, and your sentence was, the muffin is the hottest one. The muffin, ooh, that is that rabbit rule. Did you double the F so that it didn't say muffin?
Yeah. Yes.
Nice job. The muffin is the hottest one. Did you give double for hottest?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would say, the muffin is the hottest one.
Otis doesn't make sense.
It is the hottest one. All right. I want to see your hands. Raise them up high if you feel like you did a better job today than you could have done on Monday. I want you to keep your hands up high if you're going to be thinking about the double rule, not just this week, but from now on when you write base words with suffixes. Because we already proved that if we learn this pattern and we know this spelling rule, what can we be?
Master spellers.
Master spellers and smarter than lots of big kids, teens, and adults, right? You guys did so great. What I would like you to do now is make sure your name is on your paper and make a pile of your papers in the center of your tables and get ready for your surprise. Eat lunch while we just chat, but I'm so excited to ask you a couple questions. First of all, what did you do as far as spelling, phonics, morphology before Reading Rev? Like, what did that look like in third grade?
Well, this is my 5th year back teaching, and so it's been my first year we were back was COVID.
Okay.
So I'm trying to think what we did.
So you've had Reading Rev in some capacity.
Yes.
The whole time.
The whole time, and as the years have gone by, we've incorporated more and more and more.
Yes.
And I feel like I've learned something every year and do something new every year and add it in there.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so what would your advice be for teachers that this is year one, they're overwhelmed? What would your advice be?
I'd say take a little bit and incorporate it and don't feel like you have to do all of those things. At first, we would do the spelling lists and then maybe one activity.
Okay.
And then as years have gone by, we incorporate it into our reading groups and rotations, and we make a list of to-dos for them after we teach a mini lesson. So we've added a lot as time goes by. I say just start basic.
Just start basic. I love that.
Yeah.
Just start basic and
Don't overwhelm yourself. Yeah.
Okay, love it. What has been your greatest success or aha moment? Like every teacher has some moment when something clicks. What has been your like unforgettable aha moment?
I feel like I have a lot of those, but it's when they pick up on that, like the pattern, like today when they got it and it comes out in their writing or they're talking and they're sharing some of those vocabulary words. I think that is like, oh my gosh, this works. It works.
It does work. Awesome. Talk to me about how you tailor it to meet your individual student needs. So just me being in here for the week, I noticed you have kids that are super high and you have kids that are way at a completely basic level. So how do you use this program? How do you differentiate?
Okay. So we do have 2 lists going. We take that, I think you call it your highest list is our list 2. And those are for our higher flyers for kids. And then list 1.
The advanced list.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the middle list in your, I'd say in your book is the list that we use, list 1 we call them.
Okay.
And that's for our lower kids.
Perfect.
Yep. And then they test on their list that they study. And if they're sorting words, cutting and pasting them on a sort, they are doing their own list, and they do spelling sentences with their own list. Just kind of
Perfect.
tailor that down.
So that list is not what they memorized for the spelling test, because those were not exactly the same words on the
Correct.
spelling test that I gave today or the phonics check-in. But those are the words that they're working with
Yes.
all week within the activities.
Yep. Like to play
Brilliant.
games or their scoops,
Yep.
sound boxes.
Awesome. I love it. Let's do one more. Okay, you ready for a challenge?
Uh-oh.
Sum up Reading Rev in just one sentence.
And I don't get to practice.
Well, you can have as much think time as you'd like.
For 1 sentence. Okay. Reading Rev is a game changer. It also is, to me, very uncomplicated. Once you dive in and you look at it and kind of take it apart, and I think that learning a little bit as you go, it can totally change your classroom and change your kids. My kids love it. That's more than 1 sentence, but
You did amazing. Thank you so much for having me this week.